Yo, what up, everyone? How is everyone doing today? A lot of people have been asking me kind of where I've been going and what I've been doing, and check out the van. Everybody wants to see the vans. I've been getting all kinds of messages about the van, and people thinking I'm crazy and all kinds of stuff. And so I thought I'd show you the van. But I also thought I would do something else. I wanted to show you this in major contrast. So in this position, you can see obviously the ocean behind me. I'm at a new beach. I came in here yesterday. Very different beach I've been on. I've been on these really sandy type beaches. This beach here is very, very rocky. It's a huge snorkeling area. Around the bend back here is a big surf spot. So I'm just kind of on the other side of the big surf spot. For me to get electricity in my van, I had to park a few feet away. And so I wanted to show you, when I was doing research for this trip and I was watching all these people on YouTube, like, van life and all this kind of a thing, and how popular it's become, like in the States and in Canada, they always show, of course, these amazing pictures of, woods and all this kind of stuff. I think there's another side to people's story that you do not see there, and so I wanted to show that to you. So I'm going to flip this camera around if I can. We'll walk to the van and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Maybe I can't flip it around. I guess I can flip it around while I'm filming. Okay, so let's walk this way. Maybe I'll walk backwards. How am I going to do this? I'm not sure. All right, so we're going to walk back. A bunch of people came in today, so it's a little bit more crowded here. But I'm going to flip this thing around and I'll show you the van. Unfortunately, I thought I could turn this while I was filming, but I guess you can't. Okay. So this is my van back here. So by no means is this some kind of a customized deal. This is something that I just bought as is. And so let's me kind of just back up here a bit. So if we open up this here, this is actually right here is actually my porta potty. That's the emergency moment of time. I've never used it. Hopefully I'll never have to, but hey, you never know what's going to happen. So just again, mainly storage back here. What is kind of cool, and again, I really wish I would have flipped this phone around the other way in doing this, is this right here. I didn't think this was going to be that cool, but it is. This is actually a vacuum. It plugs in either back here or you can put it into your cigarette lighter. But that thing there is awesome. With all the sand on the beach, it's been a bear to keep this thing clean. So that's actually a pretty big little deal. Of course, on the driver's side, let me just show you, that's where all your plugins are. So I'm parked over here because this is where all my plugins are for electrical and such. But again, this not nearly so pretty over here, as you can see. So I think this is a component to doing this. It's, people make cool videos and show you the good stuff. There's another part, not really so cool, sleeping up against the wall, that kind of a deal. But let me just kind of walk around to the other side of the van. It's not in its normal state because I'm parking here for a bit. But if we get inside the van, so I am now, of course, sitting on my bed. So decent sized bed, big enough for me, big enough for the dog. I've got down here, as you can see, I sure don't edit videos. Down here you have a refrigerator, got a fridge there. I've got a microwave oven up here, sink. Here's the other component of this. So like this morning, the sink was clogged. I spent the morning on fixing my sink. Normally I have my stove sitting here, but since I'm parked, I don't. But everything has to really have a place because when you're driving, obviously, it's going to get all thrashed. So everything has to have a place in the van. But again, I've got a sofa. I've got, a bed and a refrigerator and all kind of the essentials that I need. I thought showering was going to be kind of a big issue. It has not been. I've found very nice places. This place has actually a very, very nice new shower. Up here, so obviously storage is huge. So behind me up here, I keep like all my clothes and stuff because suitcases just aren't going to fit in here. Matter of fact, the last Airbnb I was at, the lady loves me because I gave her half my stuff. So she's having a great garage sale. Down below the sink there I keep all my pots and pans, but back behind me over here, if you can see up there, I keep my toiletries and I keep more kitchen stuff up there, but everything really needs to have a spot, and it's got to be tucked away because when you're driving things will go flying if you don't. And I even have up behind me in the back here, I do have a full air conditioner, which is pretty cool because at night down here it does get pretty warm. So anyway, that's kind of the van. Lucky loves it. She spends half the night probably outside though, but when we're driving, she kind of lays on the floor up next to me while we're driving. But so far it's been great. Obviously there's some challenges. If I were to build a van or design a van, it would be a little bit different than this. But I can definitely see why people like living this lifestyle. At the same time, I think it takes a special kind of person. Here's what I will say. Whether somebody wants to go on these kind of crazy adventures or someone wants to just, do a 9 to 5 or whatever it is you want to do, just do what you want to do. You got to create and live a life that you love living. It's not about doing what somebody else wants to do. I've taken criticism for this. I've taken high praise for this. It doesn't matter to me what anyone thinks about what I'm doing. It's my life, and I choose to live it how I choose to live it. And I encourage you to do the same thing. You are living, and understand this. The life you are living right now is a life you've chosen, because you've chosen to create it by the thoughts, by your choices, by your decisions, but ultimately by your thought process. You are a creative being, and so you are creating and living a life that by design. Whether it seems like it or not, it's really the case. It's the law of cause and effect. Everything in your life is an effect. The cause is what's going on right here. So if you want a different life, I will say what's been amazing about this trip as well. I've met a lot of people, which I think is one of the fun parts of doing this, is all the people you meet. But a lot of the gringos that I've met, people from the States and Canada and such, a lot of surfers down here. But a lot of people just kind of booked out of the States and were like, I'm going to go find a new life. And I've met people traveling, searching to where can I really start a new life again, because they're tired of all the baloney in the States, all the political stuff. And so it's really amazing how many people are looking to kind of reinvent themselves somewhere else and kind of get out of the States. So I've found that to be quite interesting, the amount of those people that we're just kind of fed up with all the baloney going on, all the politics, the pandemic, all that kind of stuff. I have not seen here anyone wearing a mask in the last probably 3-4 days. Down south, when I get to Oaxaca, I've heard, I don't know this to be true, that you'll actually go to jail if you're not wearing a mask. So that means I won't probably stay there very long. But this whole stretch that I've been on, Michoacan and Guerrero, is all, I haven't seen anybody wearing masks around here. So anyway, this is the van. It sure isn't luxury, but it's home. And so, again, I've really enjoyed myself, not really had any major issues or problems along the way. I did break my little fan up there on the top because I didn't secure that before I started driving. And so I've done some dumb things, but I'm learning as I go and having a blast at it. So with that, you guys have a great day. Peace. Bye.